Hello everyone. Welcome to my application essay here at PSUe듀cen터. 저를 소개를 잠깐 하자면 저는 에세이 에디팅 그리고 애플리케이션 에세이를 총괄 담당하게 된 에릭 선생님이라고 합니다. Today I'm really excited to kind of give you guys a short tour on what's coming ahead for the Common Application class, or aka application essay class. So let's get started. 제 teaching career를 좀 소개를 드리자면 I taught over 100 international students one-on-one. I consulted and edited more than 500 application essays and spent more than thousands of hours working on the college application. This chart here is something I'm very, very proud of because it sort of summarizes a lot of things. Since 2008 till now, just less than a decade, the acceptance rate has plummeted, and it looks pretty bad, right? From 15 to 9, 25 to 10. And I know that when you look at these numbers, you're going to be like, wow, that's very competitive. I don't think I have a chance. But if you actually look at the right-hand column, don't lose your hope because 이 right-hand column은 재학생들의 admission rate고요. 보시다시피 훨씬 더 10년 전 그리고 지금보다 더 높은 확률로 이 학교들에 들어갈 수 있습니다. So, my success rate equals to over 85% of my students got into their 1 out of 5 top college, their top tier college. So, that being said, this includes their match schools, safety, and one of their dream schools. So I get a lot of questions about college application and admissions, and let me just give you guys the best answer for the most frequently asked questions. Okay, so 이 세 가지 그 질문을 제일 많이 하는데요. 첫 번째 질문은 Did all my students get 4.0 GPAs? Did they get all perfect test scores? Is that how you get into Harvard? The answer to that question is no. Believe it or not, they honestly saying Harvard really once they sort of understand this holistic admission, they said that they're not going to accept or they're highly not going to accept a person who gets perfect score. So, to sum it up, the average GPA is 3.6 to 3.7, ACT of 30 or even below 29, and SAT score of 1450. So if you're around this range, you're pretty okay. The second question that I get is, I don't have a lot of extracurricular activities. It's okay, because if you don't have a lot of extracurricular activities, then you probably devoted or you have a passion about 1 or 2 activities, right? That's much better than saying, I have 10 activities, because that raises the red flag, and the admission officer might ask, oh, how can you sort of balance work, GPA, and your activity, right? So they might call your teachers to see whether you actually did this work. The last question is something that I really wanted to talk about, and that is, are colleges generous? Well, I get this question a lot because, I took a lot of deferred students in the past, and I was able to sort of understand that colleges do not give you second chance. So the answer to this question again is no. They're not generous, but really, they're very selfish. So, no, I'm just gonna really focus around number 3, why they're selfish, and by understanding the definition of selfish, will sort of guide you towards understanding the application. So, colleges are selfish. Why? Well, I asked a lot of previously I asked a lot of admission officers from UPenn, Yale, Harvard, Chicago, and they all agreed to this terminology. Yes, colleges are in fact very, very selfish. But you need to understand why they're selfish. So what I did was, I hacked, right? I hacked not through their system, but I hacked working backwards to find out the answer to this, right? So in order for you to answer any of the question, well, the way I do it is working backwards. So give you an example. When I was in college, when I took a test, I try to put myself into professor's shoe and understand what he's going to give you so that I can prepare for my test. Same thing I did for this. I try to understand the perspective of college and then work backwards there. So let's figure out. Colleges are selfish. Why? Because they want talented kids. You agree to that, right? And in order for you to lure or get talented kids, right, is by improving your rankings, right? If you improve your rankings, they're going to apply to your college. The way they improve their ranking is by lowering the acceptance rate. And when you lower the acceptance rate, these things happen here. The average GPA goes up, the average test score goes up, donations from graduates, class sizes, etc., etc. The first two are very simple and straightforward, right? But I had a hard time understanding number 3 to 7. But there's something in common that I really want to talk about here. So in order for them to increase or improve their rankings, they have to lower their acceptance rate. So remember that. And in order for them to do that, they have to get donations from graduates, etc., etc. And here's what I found. They want well-rounded classes, not well-rounded students. 생각을 한번 해보세요. 한 학생이 있는데 이 학생이 피직도 잘하고 매스도 잘하고 바이오도 잘하고 다 잘해요. 하지만 뭐 하나 특출나게 잘하는 게 없다고 생각을 해보세요. Compare that to 또 다른 학생은 피직을 너무너무 잘해서 피직의 대상도 받고 피직에 대해서 뭔가 리서치도 하고 뭐 이런 학생이에요. Colleges want a person who is passionate about one thing and they want to make a community, from getting different talented students all over the world. So they want well-rounded classes. So please understand the difference here. So when they are creating a community of well-rounded classes, this another term, or this another hand, on the other hand, it means they want expert. They want expert who can make money. They want expert who can build reputations for them. They want experts who can make patents so that no one can mimic their process, so that they can, again, make money, right? And also they want, of course, research is being done so that they can get grants and reputation. So they are all related. So let's work backwards again. And here's what this really, comes down to. They want to improve their rankings by lowering the acceptance rate because and the way they do that is by accepting experts from all over the countries. Okay? So, let me summarize it again. Colleges want experts and specialists. And the only way for you to represent yourself that you're an expert or you're going to be an expert is to come up with a killer essay. Show them what you can do. Show them what you did, okay? It's really, really important. And that is why I'm here. I'm here to tell you guys how to write a killer application essay. So, this is just my outline of common application class. And obviously I've broken down into 5 different sections. One being all about Ivy Leagues. We're going to talk about holistic admissions. everything about, the facts and the myth, and you get to understand, some of the things that aren't being sort of openly announced. Number 2, the basic principles, again by me, about the common application, so you understand the resume, activity list, etc., etc. How to write a killer essay. I teach essays, so I want to teach you guys how to write an amazing introduction, body, and a conclusion, so that you don't really mess up. And then 4th, IV study cases. And also, I'm not just going to stick to an IV study cases, but I'm going to do a, top 20, 30, and 40, 50. So it includes, UIUC, UC Berkeley, Rice, Northwestern, etc. And I'm going to leave you guys with supplements, okay? But today I have something for you, which is IV case studies. This is just a short tour on how I sort of present this lecture to you when you actually take the course. So let's take a look. 이 학생은 이제 2016년, 17년 UPenn Early Decision에 이제 합격이 됐고요. 그리고 we sort of spent a lot of time try to make him get into an early decision, and we're going to sort of dissect him apart and see what got him to UPenn Early Decision. Remember I told you that I like to work backwards, right? So the way I do this, again, is looking at the college first. So the UPenn Holistic Admission says they want students who can bring leadership, who is a good roommate. They want, they want someone, right, who is good at something, right? Do understand that their business school is very competitive, so try to find something that is underrepresented, race-wise, right? And their extracurricular activity matters. Common application supplement is really the deal here. Supplement essay, again, has to be unique to Penn. I'm going to be talking about that too, but just the short answer to that question is you can't just take a UPenn essay, right, and erase some of the things there and just say, oh, I can also use this for Northwestern or Harvard. It doesn't work that way, okay? And lastly, I'm going to leave you guys with saying that they do require you to have a strong academic records, but it's not that important, okay? So 이 두 학생을 잠깐 제가 일단 컴페어를 했는데 학생 A는 제 진짜 학생이고 학생 B는 이제 다른 학생인데 둘 다 early decision을 이제 apply를 했고 제 학생은 이제 accepted 됐고 이제 이 학생이 accepted 되지 않았습니다. 근데 as you can see, my point is here is that it's okay to not have a perfect score, right? As you can see that again, student B has better grades, better test scores, right? But the commonality, there's no commonality here. The college probably can't say that he is an expert at something because he applied for business, but he took U.S. history and math too. So it's hard to sort of analyze this person. But whereas student A, my student, there is a strong relationship between his extracurriculum, his GPA, his test scores, and his major. So it is very reasonable to say that he might be an expert, right? Maybe one day he might become a historian. So let me just quickly talk about the essay, okay? 이 학생에 대해서 조금 이렇게 많이 같이 저랑 이제 학생이 같이 에디팅을 많이 하면서 이제 프로세스를 지금 제가 잠깐 보여드릴 건데 이거는 이제 엔딩 파트예요, the conclusion part. But let me just give you guys the short introduction of the whole essay, okay? 이제 이 A라는 학생이 클럽을 파운드를 해가지고 네팔에 가서 어떤 이제 봉사활동을 하고 트레킹을 하다가 자기가 느꼈던 이런 봉사활동이 실제로 이 학생들 혹은 이 주민들을 도와주는 게 아니다라는 생각이 좀 들어가지고 이제 한국에 와서 이제 자기가 뭔가를 바꿔보려고 했다. 그리고 나는 어떻게 느꼈다. 나는 어떤 사람이다라는 거를 이제 보여주는 에세이인데 this first initial attempt sort of failed to deliver the most important part about the essay, which is, you have to take the experience from your community and tell the admission how it changed you in a compelling way. But the first attempt는 너무 general하게 얘기를 했기 때문에 it talked about I was able to gain a clarity of what I wanted to do. But clear of what, right? From where? Is it just a trip to Nepal or encounter with, this kid? So you have to be very, very specific. And after going through, my comments and understanding the material, he was able to come up with this very, very nice final product. And he delivered, right away. He said, I encountered, the encounter with the little boy taught me how to sort of understand and how hypocritical of me such the action was, etc., etc. And the mission officer here can now understand how he perceived the world, how this experience that he sort of experienced, right? And how it changed and reshaped the world he sees. So he fulfilled those purposes and needs by, again, serving and explaining how it changed his life in a real compelling way, outlining the significance of the event and the impact that he received and how that sort of, again, shaped the world. Therefore, he was able to, again, get into an early decision. Again, common application or, this application essay is not the only deal here, but I just want to address how, I'm going to be doing a case study. So, once you're in my class learning a lot of, application essay, you will also understand the supplement part 2, how to answer those questions, why UPenn or why Northwestern, how to answer intellectual vitality, how to answer extracurriculum questions. So please, if you think that you are applying to colleges in out of Korea, right, please understand that you need to have a good understanding of the material before you even begin. So I'll be providing you with a lot of materials, a lot of feedbacks, so that you are well set and prepared to write a killer application essay to increase and maximize your chances of admission. So I welcome you to my class application essay starting in June, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.